The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. In motion right, Debo. He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
This defense for the Commanders, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Purdy on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. McCaffrey on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They called out a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
Purdy.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Commanders come up now 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now Howell.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A give to Gibson running right.
Oh, he shifts past him. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Powell, and that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Set to get this drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Purdy now to throw.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 3rd down, here's Purdy.
And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Fourth down try. Here's Purdy.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
They run the toss now with Gibson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Running right, here's Brown. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Purdy now on 2nd down.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retrace it. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Purdy on 4th down.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Off play action. It's Howell. Pass complete. He's got Hendershot.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Howell. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Purdy looking to throw.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Here's Howell. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. Now they go play action with Howell.
Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Howell down to throw it.
Flush to his right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel.
And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Howell looking to throw again.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
On first down, Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Purdy.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through. Continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this one is right down the middle, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Here's Samuel.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
On first down, it's Purdy. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try to get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They go play action here, Purdy.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
Spinning past him.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Howell tried to pick it up on 3rd. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 2. And McLaurin the motion man right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Howell, 3rd and goal. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chip in. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
Up the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Purdy's throw complete there to McLeod. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Oh, good move. There he goes left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 51 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Under 4 to go now.
as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. There he goes, right side.
And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot. We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
3rd and long. Here's Howell.
This is caught inside the 15. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
They'll run with Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 17-3.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Hitting Samuel on the slant.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. That's complete to the tight end, Werner.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Purdy. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. Purdy, big 4th down play. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Robinson.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have a Commanders 1st down, and that should just about do it.
It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise that it was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Powell sliding down, and he picks up the 1st on that play. So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going